They're learning from the book, study the book, but without the personal experience of an elevated person, it's very difficult to understand Krishna consciousness, as Prabhupada has said. So the need for the guru, the need for the spiritual master is essential in developing ourselves properly. That requires humility. You know, we don't like to see somebody who's better than us, right? Somebody who's better than us, they challenge us what we should be doing. And so Prabhupada is very live, is very, every moment, every time he was teaching his disciples how to become Krishna conscious. That is called Acharya. So, Krishna consciousness can never be separated from the bona fide spiritual master. And the process is there that Prabhupada has given us to simply grab onto the beat bag and chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada said he spread Krishna consciousness among his disciples with good humor. Good humor. And Prabhupada was always teaching at every moment. Once at Second Avenue, this person came in, a very good person, and he came in with the toilet tissues. And as soon as he came in, everybody looked at him, what's he going to do? And somebody said, you put it in the bathroom. So the person went and put the toilet paper in the bathroom, and then he left. And Prabhupada said that person has just begun his devotional service. So Prabhupada never looked down on anyone. He never looked down on anyone. But he always encouraged everyone to, although there were difficulties, if you take the Krishna consciousness, it doesn't mean right away you'll be like Buddha, you'll be in ecstasy right away. No. You'll have to become purified. There's no fast way to become purified. It's just some people can do it easy and some people it's very difficult. But the wonderful thing about Srila Prabhupada is that he was simply ecstatic all the time. And this is something we can learn. If we're not in ecstasy, you cannot fake an ecstatic emotion. It has to be genuine. And it comes through association. And Krishna provides that association for us in the form of his pure devotees. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and also Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife, Bhagavata Devi Dashi. Very great woman in Krishna consciousness. Her husband Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and they produced a great devotee child, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. So this is the glory of the household ashram, that you could produce a child like Bhaktisiddhanta, who could produce a disciple like Srila Prabhupada. So, and Prabhupada, his physical form was very attractive. The way he walked was attractive. The way he sat, the way he talked, the way he moved. Everything about Srila Prabhupada was attractive. If you ask Srila Prabhupada one question, he may give you an answer that he didn't give anybody else. He may give you an answer that you didn't expect. So it's always excitement around Srila Prabhupada, what he's doing. Every little thing that he does becomes attractive to a devotee. And so this actually develops the admiration for Srila Prabhupada. We admire Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is our hero. When nobody can save us, right? Prabhupada came and saved us. When we were confused about who is God, where is God, give us some more details about God. Nobody could give us any details. But Prabhupada, he can give all the details about God. Very easy. And you could follow Srila Prabhupada. It's not like following the books. Following Srila Prabhupada is more easier than following the books. Because of his love, his qualities, his personality, these things are very attractive to the devotee. You know, you want to see somebody who is advanced. You want to know what that is. Because your appreciation for advancement will lead to your advancement. And that's why Srila Prabhupada was very attractive to the hippies, right? Prabhupada said he turned the hippies into happies. And that's one feature of Krishna consciousness we should always remember, is the happiness and the ecstasy that's there in Krishna consciousness.
Yeah.
Nothing can compare with that. Nothing can compare with that. And we're all looking for that. We're looking for that ecstasy. We're looking for that happiness. And we found that in Krishna consciousness. It's always been there in India. Prabhupada is the person who is brave enough to do it. Some people, they think about it. You know, maybe we could do this, maybe we could do that. Prabhupada was an action person. Let's do it. One devotee told me, Prabhupada's servant, he said that when Srila Prabhupada had to go somewhere, he said the time when you're leaving, all of a sudden he'd pop up and start heading for the door. Everybody started running around, oh, get this, get this, get this, get this. Prabhupada was always on target all the time, taking care of the business, as he said, of his spiritual master. You know, you have to, not just you follow your spiritual master, you have to love your spiritual master. Love is the main ingredient in Krishna consciousness that makes it work. And if you don't know what love is, it's very difficult to become Krishna conscious. So Prabhupada had all that, you know. Prabhupada also said that he didn't want us to just talk about Prabhupada. Prabhupada said that we should develop our own qualities. What a great advice from a bona fide. Prabhupada also said that a bona fide spiritual master gives you Krishna, not himself. So Prabhupada was like that. If you see him, he's always talking and giving you Krishna. And if you can message with Krishna, he's always giving you Prabhupada. So they both work together. One gives you the other one. So on the whole, we have to have good experiences with advanced souls. That's sadhu sangha. You have to be very humble. And if we're humble, then Krishna will provide all the association that we need. What we need to learn, he'll provide that through his own devotees. So, and Prabhupada, what was the nice feature about Prabhupada is he made his disciples live with him and he taught them every day how to be Krishna conscious. Prabhupada like that teacher that holds your hand and shows you how to make an A. You know when the teacher comes from behind, he holds your hand and then he makes the A with you. And so you get the experience of not just learning, but you get the experience of being loved and cared for. And this is how you become Krishna conscious. In Krishna consciousness, there is no competition, right? Who's better, who's less, who knows more, who knows. In Krishna consciousness, there is no envy, there is no jealousy, there is no bad qualities. All the bad qualities are thrown out by the process of devotion. So, in my experience, only somebody who is loving and who is humble can make progress and remain, steady in their Krishna consciousness. And we have to learn to appreciate every devotee. So, I remember the first time I saw Srila Prabhupada was in 1973. I was living in the Boston Temple as a brahmachari. and we had a nice picture of a painting of Prabhupada we had on the asana. And we used to do the Mangalantik and the Guru Puj with this picture every morning. And then one day they said that we're going to see Srila Prabhupada. So I was so excited. We're going to see Srila Prabhupada. Everybody became so excited. Everybody was totally excited. And then we went to New York. We came to New York. And it was funny, we was waiting in the airport at this one stairs, we were waiting. And then we saw a devotee running down the hall saying, he's coming from this side. So then everybody jumped up and started running toward that area. The whole thing, we got caught up in excitement. You get very excited if you're going to see Srila Prabhupada, right? Because that's spiritual, that's excitement. That's something like you're going to see Krishna, actually. So, then all the devotees, I saw they were paying obeisances on the ground. And then I saw Srila Prabhupada. It's like all of these pictures together walking. And actually, I was stunned when I saw Srila Prabhupada. It had a big effect on me because I had never seen a person quite like that. I compared it to, everyone seemed to be in black and white, and Prabhupada was in color. A totally different kind of person, with a totally different type of aura. You know, aura, you can tell the aura, the radiance from the person. So in Prabhupada, that aura was very bright and dynamic. So everybody was amazed by that. How could that be? How could a person do that? How could they, these simple words, Prabhupada's words, when he spoke, his words have a way of getting right to your heart, right? Right to your heart. We're thinking, how can he do that? How can he speak in a way that you feel like he's speaking to you alone? You feel like he has all the time for you alone. While you're in a big crowd of people, you feel like he's singling you out. And he's giving you the mercy directly. So how could he do that? How could a person do that? And I remember Prabhupada was saying that he was giving this example that when you water the root of the tree, then the whole tree is nourished. He was saying that when you do your Krishna consciousness, it's like watering the root of your whole existence. When you water the root, the whole tree becomes nourished. You know? And I was thinking to myself, what a perfect example. What a perfect way of speaking. Never heard anybody speak like that at all. And so everyone was impressed by Srila Prabhupada's, potency for delivering Krishna consciousness. That was something special that Srila Prabhupada, not everybody had that, right? He could speak to the crowd, and the crowd would become devotees. He would see one person, Prabhupada had this wonderful ability. Anywhere he dealt with somebody, he would elevate that person. And he would affect that person's whole life. So he was doing that like all the time. This person, that person, that person. And it would mean so much to the person, right? The person's life would be changed forever. Just by that little association. I know once in Philadelphia, Srila Prabhupada, but to make a long story short, Srila Prabhupada asked me to lead the Vyasa Puja. And I was thinking, I'm so unqualified. Why did he pick me to lead his Vyasa Puja? Unqualified. There was many other devotees there, senior devotees, initiated people to do that. And but then again, this is Srila Prabhupada. You know, what he sees, what he likes, what he wants, it's all connected to Krishna. That means the person and Krishna are connected. That's where you find Krishna, through that person. Because the mercy from Krishna is coming through that person also. Krishna consciousness is very personal. We cannot avoid devotees and still please Krishna. If we love devotees, then we love to be pleased by our activities. We'll become elevated. And we'll get a position to help much more people and much more devotees. So somebody else has to speak. I don't want to dominate the whole speaking. But I could talk about Prabhupada all day, but things go on. I just want to say that, I love Srila Prabhupada very much for what he has done, for me personally and my family and so many other people. And I hope that the Krishna consciousness will continue very strongly, have faith in Krishna, and you'll go back to good. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you, Bhusar Prabhu. We are big round of Haribol to Bhusar for this nice heart action. So nice. So I would request Devinanda Prabhu. Prabhu is busy and will be speaking next, but request Devinanda Prabhu to say a few words. So it is so wonderful to hear the glories of Srila Prabhupada. It's living example what we see in the world within a few short period of time, what happened in the world. Completely changed. That's what we can see there all over, and we will see also in the video presentation. So there is not enough words that we have to express the glories, the greatness of Srila Prabhupada, and that great personality. Today is a very auspicious. Everybody can revive, remember, and meditate on those wonderful activities and the qualities of Srila Prabhupada. Get applied in our life. So these are the successes of perfection. Actually, the purpose of so much of this class of Puja is meant to take some of those qualities in our life. So let's welcome His Grace Devinanda Prabhu. Prabhuji is our Honorable Vice President. So we'll ask a few words so that this will be successful. Hare Krishna. Welcome Prabhuji. Haribol Krishna. Haribol. Haribol. Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Om Jnana Salakaya Chakshurmritam Vena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Vishtam Sthapitam Vena Putave Swayam Bhakadam. Vanch Kalpatarvaksh Kripa Sindhu Vicha Patitanam Pavane Dev Vaishnav. His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada's appearance day ki Jai. So time is very limited. You are already late. Madhuri, please come. In the same mood of what His Grace Bhusar mentioned, that Krishna consciousness is an experience, much more than philosophy, it's an experience. And what touched my heart by hearing the glories of Srila Prabhupada's, him giving experience to his disciples. So I will narrate 2-3 incidents about the care. Srila mentioned a few times this word care and love for the devotees that Srila Prabhupada shared with the world. So Srila Prabhupada made some nice samosas for his disciples. I somehow offer samosas also. Samosa stories here. Now in Bengali recipe of samosa, we put some green chili. Samosa spicy. It's required. So these Western devotees, this is very initial beginning times. They just heard the word samosa, but they never tasted samosa. this is first time they're tasting samosa. And they weren't sure what to do with the chili and they bite on it. And this one Mataji, Srila Prabhupada notices that she had tears in her eyes. She was sweating. As that happens today, just imagine if that happens today in your association with some devotee. We'll make some comments that chili is good for health, or sometime we should try chili. Let's get used to it. This is Bengali dish. This is made by Prabhupada's personal. So we will make those kind of comments. But what Srila Prabhupada did, when he notices that this Mataji had tears in her eyes and she's sweating and she actually bit on the chili, he immediately told the devotees, he said, please bring some banana. He crushed bananas in a cup and he put sugar in the banana. He put some milk and he gave to the Mataji and he said, please take. So that experience of care, of love, of giving to his disciples, not philosophizing something. In my experience of Krishna consciousness, that's what changed the world. That's what we call word of mouth. This new movies there, Maha Avatar, Srila. And I've been giving few interviews and they didn't advertise much, it's word of mouth. Everybody is coming out of the theater and they're saying, oh, it's nice, it's nice. More people are going. So, in my heart, Krishna consciousness expanded universally, globally because of the love, that experience Srila Prabhupada gave. I'll give one or two more examples and I'll stop. Srila Prabhupada was the first sannyasi from India who actually got an award in getting his disciple married. Not only that, it's explained that when the marriage ceremony was happening, Srila Prabhupada realized that these Western devotees, they are in their Western clothes. He said, Mata, you should be in sari. And then he realized that nobody knows how to put sari. So devotees mentioned that Srila Prabhupada himself, and he made that public statement. He said, if my God brothers come to know that I'm teaching Mataji to put sari, I will be criticized. Sannyasis are not supposed to even attend weddings. They got so many invitations of weddings, but they're not supposed to go. There's a protocol, the etiquette. But here, His Divine Grace is not only attending wedding, but He's arranging the wedding, He's arranging His disciples to put proper Vaishnava clothes, and He's ready to teach them personally. So these are some of the examples. One example I remember, when his first disciple, Janaki Mataji, she gave her life to Srila Prabhupada in the beginning days, and then a little later, she wasn't coming. She had something else important that she was attending. And Srila Prabhupada came to know that Janaki is not coming to any programs. And he said, I want to go to see her. So he went to her house, and Srila Prabhupada notices that she has a cat. And that cat started coming towards Srila Prabhupada and started touching him. When that happens with me today, I'll I'll kind of run away or say something that, the devotee, she's initiated, having cat. But Srila Prabhupada's compassion, having this very clarity that I want to give experience. We're talking about experience here, the word. He actually started with his divine lotus feet, he started playing with the cat. Kind of giving cat the blessings. And when Janaki Mataji notices that Srila Prabhupada is comfortable with the cat, she was happy. But to give Janaki Mataji something more, Srila Prabhupada made a statement. She said, Janaki, are you giving Mahaprasad milk to your cat every day? But in my heart, that's an experience. That something, she was not comfortable going to the program because she was a bit off the track for a few days, few weeks, few months. But Srila Prabhupada is giving to her house and making her so comfortable. That experience is very powerful. I was just outside yesterday, so many 3,000-4,000 people came. One young boy came, I don't know if he's here today. He was in dhoti kurta, somewhere from South Brunswick, and he immediately challenged. And I never seen him before. And he said, I want to talk about his God. Is he Nirakar or is he Akar? Is he personal or impersonal? And I was amazed. He has a glowing face, beautiful, looking like a Vaikuntha-vasi, and he's giving us our book came out some challenge, and they asked me I can speak with them. So somehow in my heart I said, this is something Srila Prabhupada encountered, these kind of people in his preaching mission, how he would have dealt with. He didn't want to defeat them. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not want to defeat Digvijay Pandit. That's not rational or Gaudiya philosophy to defeat people. So I immediately told him in the beginning, I said, look, if you think you're going to defeat me, you're already won the game. You don't have to worry. Don't feel uncomfortable. So we had a nice 45-minute discussion, and following on the footsteps of His Divine Grace, I was trying to give him that experience. When his parents came on the scene, I appreciated the parents so much. I appreciated the boy so much. So Krishna consciousness, but I really admire his quality. Krishnadas Kaviraj mentioned that the devotees has Mahaguna, so many qualities. So Srila Prabhupada has so many beautiful qualities. This one particular quality that he was always looking to give this beautiful experience to whoever he met. And His Grace of Charcoal outlined wonderfully, philosophically with his own experience. So let's thank His Divine Grace by giving us this experience, how to experience Krishna in our lives with each other. And I pray for His Divine Grace on this day. Please somehow empower me so I can also become instrument in His hands. Thank you.
Jai Prabhupada.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Vedanta Vedanta Swami. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami. Yas Puja of our founder Acharyas, Divine Places, and Prabhupada. Not an ordinary day. The indebted life of your life for him giving us a pure Krishna consciousness as center in New Jersey. In fact, this was our first offering to Srila Prabhupada, which came in a book. All right. Hello. So I thought that I will read that offering because it's from all the devotees of Central New Jersey. Right. Please accept our humble obeisances at the dust of the lotus feet. All glories to our Param Guru, Srila Prabhupada. Guru Krishna Rupa Khana, Sastre Praman, Guru Rupe Krishna Dipa, Kalena Bhaktaga. According to the deliberate opinion of all revealed scriptures, the spiritual master is not different from Krishna. Lord Krishna in the form of the spiritual master delivers his devotees. First chapter, 150 verse. Shiksha Guru ke jani, Krishna la swarupa, antaryami bhakta shrishta, e dui rupa. One should know the instructing spiritual master to be the personality of Krishna. Lord Krishna manifests himself as a super soul and as the greatest devotee of the Lord. Again from Chaitanya Charitamrita, first chapter 46 verse. Srila Prabhupada is the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, ISKCON, and the preeminent teacher, Shiksha Guru, and ultimate authority in our society. You have a unique relationship with every ISKCON devotee. You left a legacy of instructions through your books, lectures, and letters on each and every aspect of devotional service to the Supreme Lord and the practical aspects of running an organization. Srila Prabhupada, in his teachings to his disciples, to others, the 3-volume Siksamrita book of all his instructions on various subject matters. We talk about deity worship, his entire volume on that. We talk about temple management, there is so many things on that. Accounting, so many things on that. Right. You left behind these systems of spiritual practice, governance and community engagement, emphasizing Bhakti Yoga or devotion to Krishna, performed through profound and clear processes of chanting, temple worship, and the distribution of literature. All the systems have already been established. We don't have to invent. Sriman Mahaprabhu chose you to be an ambassador of his mission and vision, Mora Senapati, because you are a portion of the Vaishnava qualities. We can experience these good qualities in your personal interactions with your disciples, followers, and the people in general. By coming in touch with the transcendental books, your Vapu, we became very fortunate. In Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first chapter, 15th verse, Saunak and other sages glorified Sutta Goswami by describing the potency of a pure devotee. Yat pada samsaya sutaha munaya prasamanaya sadhya panantu upasplitista swadhuni apo anusevaya. O Sutta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the waters of the Ganges can sanctify only after prolonged use. Srila Prabhupada, we are very proud of being your warriors. Recently at the Kumbh Mela, the sannyasi community gave you the title Jagat Guru, the one and only spiritual master for the whole world. Seeing how you have changed the entire world, and no other Guru had ever done this before. Even Ramanujacharya, the most renowned spiritual master, recorded in history, couldn't achieve what you achieved within such a short time. Your glories are unlimited. Your divine divinity purpose, your transcendental ecstasies touched my heart, and many millions of living entities are being transformed by them. This purpose and your divine classes on the Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita are so electrifying that they propel us deeper and deeper into Krishna consciousness. Your words make us more surrendered and give us much renewed energy to serve your mission. In the association of your disciples, grand-disciples, great-grand-disciples and other Vaishnavas, in loving, humble cooperation. We are learning so much from your personal letters and the purpose of Srimad Bhagavatam and the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Your concern that devotees work cooperatively to serve the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is touching to our heart and soul. We experience that without cooperation, neither we nor the community grows. That is the success of disciplic succession. As you wrote, there is only one Guru who appears in an infinity of forms to teach you, me and all others. In the Mundaka Upanishad, it is said, Tat Vigyartham Sadguru Eva Vigachet Samit Manishtotre Brahmanishtam. In order to learn the transcendental science, one must approach the bona fide spiritual master in disciplic succession who speaks in the absolute truth. A few lines from your homage to your spiritual master are very reflective. Absolute is sentient, thou hast proved. Impersonal calamity, thou hast removed. Had he not come, who had told the message of Krishna, forceful and bold, the line of service as drawn by you is pleasing and healthy, like morning dew, the oldest of all. But in new dress, miracle done, your divine grace. At ISKCON of Central New Jersey, as an humble offering to you and our spiritual masters, we started our center in 2004 from a once-a-week rental facility to a full-fledged temple by 2015. This year on Balram Purnima, we are celebrating the 10th anniversary of the installation of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. We are blessed with the manifestation of the most beautiful deities of Shri Radha Shyam Sundar, Shri Jagannath Baldar Subhadra, Shri Gaur Nitai, Chota Shri Radha Shyam and Chota Shri Panchatattva. We are a vibrant community with more than 100 initiated disciples. We celebrate all major festivals, including 3 Rath Yatras each year. Have weekend warriors who go out on book distribution with an offering of more than 5,000 hardbound books distributed in 2024. We have Jagannatha Dasan Gopal Krishna ki. More than 10 Bhakti Vikshas cultivate 200 congregants each week. We have daily morning and evening virtual Shastrik Sanghas, a vibrant Sunday school consisting of 5 classes with more than 100 students taking advantage of spiritual education from their childhood. The youth coordinate Kirtan events, and there is a Bhakti club at the university that attracts thousands. Govinda's Catering and Restaurant provides sanctified food to hundreds. Fully installed solar panels support the temple's Go Green initiative. That time it was upcoming, but now installed Tulsi room. These are some of the humble offerings that your Lotus feet for this year. Srila Prabhupada, you taught us about the 4 pillars of our society. Purity is the force, utility is the principle, books are the basis, and preaching is the essence. Every day we try to strengthen these pillars. However, due to our inability and weakness, our progress is very slow. Our preaching activities attract many new devotees to our center. We distribute books in new venues. We finished our rounds in the morning and utilize our facility to serve communities. We are eagerly seeking your mercy. Please guide us, bless us, show us the path. We just want to follow you, only you, your words, your instructions, your standards, and your footsteps. Without your mercy, nothing is possible. But with your mercy, everything is possible. The Savior of the whole world, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. The devotees at ISKCON Central India.
Hare Krishna.
So this was our offering for this year. By collectively, and I can be indebted to my fellow management members that I remember telling them that the offering is due tomorrow. And they were all at work, and they left their work behind, and at their work they were just pouring out their heart in form of the offering. And they sent it to me within a few hours. And hopefully I justified by taking certain sections from all of them. And if I miss something, please forgive me. Yeah. But Srila Prabhupada personally would like to hear scores of books distributed, of centers started, of the progress of that particular center. Even while in Vrindavan, in his final days, when the devotee will come from different parts of the world and will talk about the activities at the center, book distribution especially, his eyes will lit up, because that will keep the moment going. That will keep the moment going. And following in his footsteps as he has given, not as what we have conceived or what we have pursued, and what we think it should be. No, as he has given. So that's why we go back to, even after 60 years, we go back to what Srila Prabhupada gave. What does his instructions say? That's why, yes, GBC is the ultimate managing authority, but above the GBC is the books of Srila Prabhupada through which the instruction comes. And we pray to Srila Prabhupada on this auspicious day that we always humbly take shelter of His lotus feet, and follow His instructions with all our heart, without changing and without diverting here and there. That will please our divine grace the most. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Give Bhagavad Prabhu, Devinanda Prabhu, and Bhusar Prabhu. Give big round of Haribo. We are sorry that there are many devotees, they also wanted to go for, but due to the time restrictions, we are going to go to the next program. Also, we have evening Srila Prabhupada Arati. Today is a special Arati for Srila Prabhupada. Request everybody please join by 5:30. So we'll be offering the also special Arati to the Srila Prabhupada today. So now we'll be moving to the Pushpanjali. So we'll be assembled in front of Srila Prabhupada.